Hello everyone, welcome to our new session, and this session is in the continuation of the last video. In the last video we have learned what are adjectives and its types. Today we are going to learn formation of adjectives, that is how adjectives are formed. Some adjectives occur independently, for example a huge mansion, a sharp knife. In these examples, huge and sharp are adjectives that are not derived from any word, but some have to be derived from nouns, verbs or other adjectives. For example, we take a noun courage. It is an abstract noun, and from this courage we will make an adjective courageous. From verb quell we will make an adjective quarrelsome. Similarly, we take an adjective pink. Pink is a color, so color is an adjective, and we make another adjective pinkish. Like this, we derive adjectives by adding suffix to the original noun, verb or other adjectives. Let's have a look on them.
So students, here are some roots, suffixes and the adjectives formed are given. So we will learn that what are those suffixes which are used to form adjectives. The first suffix is y. When it is added to dirt, it becomes dirty, and dirty is the adjective. Similarly, you can make healthy and wealthy by adding y to health and wealth. Second suffix is ly. It is added to year, and the adjective formed is yearly. Or other adjectives that can be formed by adding ly are hardly, barely, scarcely, etc. Third is ary, which is added to complement and it becomes complimentary. Fourth, circular, ar is added. In the fifth, able, it becomes readable. able, it also means the same as able. When joined with sense, it becomes sensible. Next is al, joined with cost, it becomes coastal. Next, d only, joined with age, becomes aged. Boil, ed, boiled. wood, wooden. Next is cheerful by adding full. Fearless by adding less. Heroic by adding ic. Demanding by adding ing. Next is dangerous by adding ous. It is similar that we have done earlier as courage, courageous. Next is childish by adding ish and collective with ive. Fearsome by adding some, some. Childlike by adding like, and burnt by adding t.
Similarly, by adding prefixes to the original adjective, we can convert it into a negative one. So let's understand how it is possible.
The prefixes which made an adjective negative are dis, im, in, un, ir and ill, and the words formed are satisfied, dissatisfied, possible, impossible, correct, incorrect, happy, unhappy, regular, irregular, legal, illegal.
As we have understood that how adjectives are formed from noun, verb and adjectives, and we also understood that how an adjective can be made negative by adding some prefixes. Now it's time to learn that sometimes a noun also works as an adjective. It means when a noun or a noun phrase is used to describe another noun, then this noun or the first noun acts as an adjective. For example, you must have heard when you go somewhere out about guest house. So now guest, house both are nouns, but here guest is used as an adjective. So guest is adjective and house is a noun. Similarly, horse power. So power is a noun, whereas horse is noun, but it is now acting as an adjective. So horse is an adjective while power is a noun. Similarly, if we take one more example, hotel room. In this case, hotel is the adjective and room is the noun. And noun adjectives have some characteristics. Let's look at those characteristics. The first characteristic is that noun which is used as an adjective always comes first from the noun. For example, if I say, I went Delhi for a football match. Now, football match. Match is the noun and football is working as an adjective and it always comes before match. So this was the characteristic that when noun is used as an adjective, it always comes before the noun. The second characteristic is that whichever noun is used as an adjective is always singular. For example, have you ever participated in a boat race? It is always a boat race, not a boat's race. Noun will always be singular. But there are some exceptions, and exceptions are for those nouns which have their different meanings when they are singular and plural. For example, customs office. Now, customs is an adjective and office is the noun. But we cannot use as custom office because there is a difference between custom and customs. Custom means rituals, whereas customs means duty that is levied on the goods. Similarly, if we talk about savings account, we never say saving account. It is always savings account because saving is the verb with ing, whereas savings is the amount of money that is saved. So these nouns will always have an exception. Otherwise, all the nouns which are used as adjectives will always be singular. The third characteristic is that a noun can be written as a single word, for example, snowman, and it can be written as two words as bookworm. Also, it can be joined with hyphens, for example, a bookcase. So, noun which is used as an adjective can be written in these three formats. And the fourth characteristic is that a sentence may contain one or more than one noun as an adjective. For example, England cricket team captain, where captain is noun, or England, cricket and team. These three are nouns which are used as adjectives. So, more than one noun as an adjective can be used in a sentence. In this, we are going to learn that how present and past participles are used as adjectives. As we have learned that adjectives can be derived from nouns and verbs. Okay. So, there are some participles of verbs which are used as adjectives. And these participles are present participle and past participle. In the present participle, we use verb plus ing and it is used to describe something. For example, it is an interesting book. In this example, the book has been described. Whereas in past participle, we use verb plus ed or third form with the irregular verbs. Which are irregular verbs? For example, hide, hid, hidden, bite, bit, bitten. Kinds of verbs are irregular verbs. This is used to describe how someone feels about something. For example, a rotten apple smelled bad. So here, rotten is the past participle of the verb. Today, in this video, we have learned the formation of adjectives. And what we have learned? That some adjectives occur independently, whereas some has to be derived. And these derivations are done from noun, verb or other adjectives. Also, we learned that how an adjective is made negative. After that, we did that how a noun is used as an adjective and what are its characteristics. Then verb and its participles used as an adjective, in which we have done past participle and present participle. That's all for this session, and in the next video we are going to do the practice of this concept. Till then, bye bye.